Hi everyone, welcome to this episode of Project Analysis. Today we'll be talking about Penrith. So today I also have Aaron together with us. We will be analysing Penrith, which is at Queenstown, with you today.
Yep. So Penrith, right, is the up-and-coming project at Margaret Drive, which is also the first private residential launch in many years actually since 2018, right? And it will begin previewing of the show flat on the 3rd of October. Yeah, so in this area, right, Li Fang, we understand that there's a lot of BTO in this area.
Yeah.
Right? And there's also a lot of BTO that will be fulfilling their MOP.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the transactions of these BTO in this area, for example, a 3-room flat, how much are they transacting at? Like
I think 800 plus thousand.
800 to 900-ish,
Yes.
right, thereabout. So can I say that there will be a lot of upcoming $1 million HDB flats in the area in the years to
I
come?
think the last transacted flat was at $1.6 million. Yeah, for
the
a
larger,
5-room.
the larger five-room
HDB.
Yeah. So I would say that there's a lot of huge potential of HDB for this area, especially for these HDB upgraders. Yeah, because upgraders with the profits that they have, right, they will likely go to where they will go to the private residential in this area as well, right? Yeah, so the purchasing power of this buyer will be able to come into this Penrith, for example.
Yes.
Yeah. But however, one of the issue at this area, right, is that if you're looking to sell HDB in Dawson area, for example, is it hard to sell?
I think because of quantum, it might be a bit hard because with that quantum itself, you can easily buy a condominium at a similar price or even a higher price because of the lending power,
that's right,
because of
that's right.
MSR and TDSR.
Yeah, I will also say that because there's currently a lot of listings, a lot of units that's fulfilling their MOP, right? Hence, it will take a little bit more time to sell. So these are the competition in the area. Yeah, but everywhere with a new MOP cluster, right, I would say that it will be definitely good for private owner to cash out in the area because the HDB owners are all looking to upgrade.
Yeah.
Right. But if you were to put this perspective into the private residential cluster in this area, right, I would say that in this very cluster itself, can I say that there's still quite a number of developments?
Yeah, there are quite a lot.
Yeah.
Margaret View, Sterling Residence, Queen's Peak,
Commonwealth Tower.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but what is the main concern here? Yeah. So in future, can I say that when there's a resale buyer in the area, right, this buyer will likely view all the developments in this area.
Yes.
Yeah. So you will probably need to be the one that stand out in terms of the layout
Yeah.
so that you will be able to make the most money out of it, and you won't compromise on your profits.
Yes.
Yeah. So today we'll be touching on the layout and analysis as usual.
Yeah.
Where we're going to be giving you the price as well as the estimated PSF, right,
Yes.
which we think what is safe to enter as based on sterling prices.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think today be doing something a bit different. We've always been saying like we want to know how's the developers pricing like. Today we are doing another type of analysis whereby we are looking at is big land profitable as compared to small land. Actually have a checklist to see how to determine whether this development is a can-buy development.
So it's basically to teach you how to spot profitable projects.
Yes.
Because imagine if you can fulfill all of the checklists, then I feel that you will be able to understand what you are really going into. Most importantly, end of the day today, right, we hope that you will be able to understand what are the pricing that you should be entering at during the booking day. Okay, so next we will be showing you the perspective of this entire development. High rise, 2 blocks, pretty very decent.
You get very
views,
good unblocked view
views,
because right in front of you is actually a rainbow center.
Yep.
Further up is where the GCB rightly is. So if you're going up for a higher level, you can see quite a good unblocked view like what you see right here.
Unblocked view over here. What I like about the pool area, the side plan over here, is that you can see the pools is of irregular shape over here, which is not very common. Right? It's very resort kind of vibes over here. So that's what I really like about this. So in terms of the location, we are pretty near to the MRT. In fact, very near.
Yeah,
right?
we are 4 minutes walk away.
4 minutes walk away. Yeah, and we are not just right beside. Right. Just can you imagine those at Queen's Peak along Commonwealth Tower? What feedback do I get from others is that the noise of the MRT track. Yeah, because the higher you go, although you got good view, but the noisier it gets. Yeah, so this is the concern that I have for Commonwealth Tower and Queen's Peak. Yeah, but for us here at Penrith, I don't see an issue over here because mainly we are surrounded by HDB blocks around here. You know, we also, of course, we have a Queenstown Primary School around here, but it's not as bad as the MRT track lah, which is right beside. So you get the convenience.
So just now I was saying right in front of where Penrith is, this is where the Rainbow Centre is. So this is actually pretty low. I think about 2 floor. Later we have one slide that talk about the levels around. Walking distance is actually pretty near to Queenstown MRT. So even if you, I think, okay, I've actually got a flat that I'm selling right there, and actually a lot of my buyers who are looking at the area right here, right, they like the area because it's like the city fringe of in Singapore. Okay, so they also find that this area, they don't really need to drive because the MRT station, it's like 4 stops away to Tanjong Pagar MRT. Yeah, so it's actually quite convenient for them in terms of going to work, and they don't have to be so wary about the traffic in the morning. I think like what Aaron said, right, it's very good because there's a Queenstown Primary School right here. So if let's say your kid is going to Queenstown Primary School, you can just drop them off and then walk to the MRT station to go to work.
So around the location, what we have is that, actually we have a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
We have the supermarket at Anchor Point, we have IKEA, we have the hawker center, which is very near walkable distance. I feel that we have everything you need in this area. Basically, it's quite not say a very old estate because there are a lot of new blocks, but you have everything you need as well.
Yeah, so nearer to Penrith itself, there's actually 2 supermarkets. One at Dawson Place, the other one at, I would say, below the HDB. There's a Sheng Siong right there. So if you are worried about like having to go all the way to Anchor Point to buy your groceries, you don't have to worry too much because right beneath there is actually a FairPrice nearby already.
Yeah. Actually, nowadays, I also don't go to the supermarket anymore. I just order from
RedMart.
Yeah. Okay. So, again, the location, this is where we show you the surrounding blocks, surrounding developments, how high are they, right?
Yeah.
So, you can see the block 85A, they are about 47 story. But our developments, right, we are not facing, this direction, or this direction. In fact, we are facing these 2 directions.
Yeah.
Why? Because the developer wanted to give you a more unblocked view. Right? So you enjoy more unblocked view. And the distance, if you realize, block to block, it's actually very far away. But
it's one of the furthest I've seen.
It's one of the furthest away. But however, when they do this in front, it will be not so good for the entrance. We should be talking on it later.
So if you are looking towards the Rainbow Centre view, you actually look out to the GCB area on both sides. In front of you, it's where the Heritage Bungalow, Botanical Gardens and Dempsey cluster is. So actually driving to Dempsey is very near. It's like, I think if I'm not wrong, it's like 8 minutes drive to Dempsey.
It's a very romantic and vibe place.
Yeah, so if you are staying level 2, right, because for Penrith, level 2 is almost like level 5. Yeah, because it's elevated. Okay, so if you are staying at level 2, once you clear the church and also the Rainbow Centre, I would say you can see a lot more greeneries. If you are going for mid-floor, maybe level 20 and above, I would think that you'll be able to see quite a good view. Yeah, if you go up to level 40, I think you'll see more of a sky than the forested area. Okay?
So for the project information, right, the land size we have here is about 9,500 square meter. So we're not sitting on a very huge land, nor it's small either, right? Yeah. So we have a total of about 462 units over here across 2 blocks.
Yeah.
Right. We will touch more on the land size, effect of profitability or not. Yeah, but is land size really one of the factors to determine profit, don't you think?
Usually people say big land earn more money, but we need to see there are a lot more factors also, because even if you are sitting on big land, nearby you or HDBs the same height as you will get covered. You don't have that kind of visibility, right? So we need to see, is it big land size or is it visible development will be more profitable? Yeah.
So we are 9,500 square meter land. I would say that it's not very big, not very small. But if you compare with let's say Normanton Park, also not say very near to us, but they are actually very big.
Yes.
They are about 60,000, 70,000 square
But
meter.
when you drive the AYE, you can see Normanton Park already.
You will be able to see
Yeah,
correct?
because surrounding there's not much things around.
Yes.
So when you drive over there, you'll see like, oh, there's like huge buildings right there. And then
Correct.
I've got clients who ask me like, hey, what is that development? Yeah.
So I would say that facilities might be nicer, right? Because they got huge area, and then maybe landscaping will be nicer, more greens. But in the Commonwealth area, Queenstown area, I'm afraid we don't have this luxury to do so, because it's very limited land over there. I would say it's of smaller land plot in this area over here.
Because not enough land area.
Our legal completion will be estimated to be no later than 1st April 2034 over here. Of course, our vacant possession, it will be until 2031. Anything earlier will be a bonus
Yes.
to us. Okay, but nowadays I think manpower are coming back, so I think developers are also trying to build as fast as possible so they can move on to other developments, other new plots. Right. So for the unit mix, actually we have a very good unit mix. We don't have a one bedroom over here. We have 2 bedrooms all the way to 4 bedrooms over here. And I would say that actually our 2 developers, I forgot to touch on the developer here. So we have actually Hong Leong and Guaco Land, right? And they are actually very good partners and renowned, you know, in the whole Lentor and Cave. They have done pretty solid, good developments. There's like almost fully sold out. And recently Lentor Modern TOP, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's almost the same as the perspective.
Yes, it looks very nice.
Yeah, so I feel that they have done a really good job over here. Yeah, so Hong Leong, I would say that they did pretty good layouts, especially at the Lentor Central, right? So Lentor Central, all layouts I would say are all very decent because Hong Leong actually gives you the most functional layout.
It's very livable.
Correct, which is very important over here. And we have the 4 bedroom. Largest size is about 1281 square feet lah. The landscape,
pretty decent
living,
size.
very decent size over here. Yeah. Okay, maintenance fee, I feel that it's very manageable. Overall, it's a good unique mix over here.
So site plan wise, I would say it's almost like a full condo facilities. You get the pool, you get the tennis court. Right, if you are facing this direction, you will see the Rainbow Centre, the GCB facing, which is a more unblocked view. Okay, right facing here, you'll be looking towards the HDB area. Okay, so if you see clearly, right, all the bigger units, 4 bedroom, the developer actually place it right at the unblocked view right here. Yeah, so this is where the north facing is and this is where the south facing is. So all the development is north south facing, which I think a lot of people like because north south facing houses are pretty windy. Yeah, and you get very big setback right here. So I think they did pretty well in this area even with the tight constraint of space. But I feel that the land size itself is actually quite decent. So I think one of the more important thing is that you have to see whether is it a decent size plot of land because that will affect the number of facilities that is inside the development. So to the fact that they can build irregular shaped swimming pool and also squeeze in a tennis court, I feel that it's actually quite decent size lah. Yeah.
So over here, what I realized in this site plan is that, right, you know, in the entrance over here, when we come in straight, you actually get a block, correct? So a lot of developments, when you go inside the development, you feel that, hey, wow, it's very luxurious, very grand. That's because they have a very grand entrance. Maybe sometimes with a water feature in the middle, so it's very grand. But for lands in this area, we don't have a luxury to do so because we are not, say, very big, you know, but also not very small. So that's my main concern here for Penrith, right? The entrance seems a bit more narrow than usual.
So Penrith, I think entrance-wise won't be as grand as you think it might be because of the size of the grand entrance.
Yes.
So even when you want to drop your friend off, right, you have to come in from the entrance here, go into here, and then the drop-off point is actually right here. Yeah, so it won't be like the most of the developments where you can actually drop off your friend like right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in terms of location, we are right near to MRT, but from the architect briefing that we have, right, you know, I understand that for residents to use the common facilities, right, so this may be an issue. I feel that, because why they have to go all the way to level 1 first and then take a separate lift to go to the facilities. So that's my concern. But otherwise, I feel that overall it's still okay because you have all the facilities you need. And car park is actually under the pool area.
Yes.
It's like a multi-story kind, but it's under pool area. So that's about it. So next we are highlight on how to spot profitable projects.
First of all, we have to see the land size because we have this conception that the bigger the land size, the higher the profit, right? So we actually have some of our case study that I would say launch about the same time, but we can see like how much profits they make. Okay?
But I would say that, so firstly, right, this is like the number 1 of the checklist over here. So we have a total of 4 qualities for you to check, okay? Because imagine if you can fulfill all these 4 checklists,
you'll be the best really.
You'll be the best. But if you can fulfill 3, okay, not that bad. But if you only fulfill 1 of the 4 checklists, then I feel that you may really want to consider going into that development because it may affect your profit. Not say cannot buy, maybe you make lesser money when it comes
you can talk to us, then we can let you know how we feel about the project that you are looking for. Or are there any other alternatives out there based on your needs and which is right for you? Okay, so we want to see whether the land size affect profitability. So we actually use Clavon and Kenridge. Okay, so this is where Clavon is. Okay, Clavon is actually 16,000 square meters. Okay, whereas Kenridge, right, is almost double the size at 29,000 square meters. So Kenridge Hill Residences is actually very big, right?
Quite big.
Okay.
But I would say that if we say that land size is important, then which one would be better? Is it Kenridge or is it Clavon?
Kenridge, oh.
Kenridge, yeah. Because why Kenridge is almost double the size,
Yeah.
and then across the expressway, across Clavon, right? And almost in the same vicinity over here. Yeah, so of course most people will choose the one with the bigger land. But is it really so?
Don't know. So let's take a look. Okay, so we see that Clavon actually the highest profit is 929,000, whereas for Kenridge Hill Residence is about $610,000. So what do we see here? We see that small land size profit more than the big land size.
So over here for Kenridge, right, the profit 610K because they also have strata landed. So this profit 610K possibly coming from the strata landed over here. But in my thoughts, I feel that on average, right, Clavon are really making about 300 over 1,000 over here. But then for Kenridge it's only about 186. So what
Almost
I'm trying to say is that almost double. Yeah, what I'm trying to say that Kenridge, people, the owners that do make money, but Clavon actually have more people that make more than 300,000 over here. Hence, right, the average is about 300-ish.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So for this 610, I think that is maybe just one-off case or so lah. Yeah. And also average 2-bedroom in Clavon are also making about 200K ish there about. Yeah. So in this case, we actually see that the smaller land plot actually make more profit.
Yeah. So we did dive.
Yeah. So what is really the difference? Yeah. So we did dive
why
further.
they actually earn more money even though they are a smaller plot of land.
Number 2 of the checklist, of course, is going to be visibility lah. Yeah.
So we cannot only look at the land size itself. We need to see whether is the development visible or not. So what do we mean by visibility? Yeah, can see. I mean, if you drive past the development, you purposely want to go there, you definitely can see the development because it's a physical product, right? Yeah, but what do you mean by visibility? Visibility is like, for example, if you are driving past, just now we were explaining a bit about Normanton, right? So if you are going to the city from the west, you will need to drive past AYE, right? So when you drive past AYE, what do you see? Beside Shopee, another 2 minutes drive. After that, you will see Normanton Park. Yeah, so that is what we call visibility. If you drive past that area, you will definitely see Normanton Park. It's something that you cannot miss.
Yeah. So one of the key reasons why Clavon profits is more than Kenridge is like what you say, visibility over here. So let's say for Kenridge over here, Kenridge is how many story? 5 story, thereabout. Yeah. So I would say low rise lah. Yeah. And then for Clavon, we are along the AYE,
expressway.
The expressway lah. So firstly, why Clavon can make so much money over here? Firstly, it's not just because it's just visible lah, right? But also it looks very different from the surrounding developments.
Yeah, that's right.
So that is, I think, one of the key difference over here. Yeah. So it's okay for the land size to be small, but it needs to be visible. Over here. But the issue here with Penrith is that, like, just now you mentioned the Sky Oasis, HDB, right? Skyview, which are all as high as Penrith. You
get blocked.
Right? So with the newer HDB in the area, they all actually look almost like a condo kind of feeling, right?
Yeah.
And hence Penrith may not be very outstanding when when
they might not
Penrith
stand
is being
out
built.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So for Penrith over here, surrounding, we have the landed, enclave, and some older HDBs over there. I feel that not many people will know this development except for the residents in this area.
Yeah.
Because they drive in and out every day, correct? So when you look for a property, maybe every day you drive past Clavon. Then when you look for a property, then you will somehow, I know that this is Clavon and something interesting.
There is a development right there. I want to see that development
because you drive past every day, correct? Along the main route, Yeah. So for Kenridge, I'm afraid may not have this luxury, Yeah. I feel that the question is, when people don't know you exist, Kenridge, correct? Is it possible to make money out of it?
The probability is lesser lah.
Can make money yeah, correct. But Clavon is here. When people stay in the west, you every day see this tall building. But maybe you don't know the name of this development. Then you will go and find out, Alright. But along this AYE over here, right? Along the AYE, there is also developments such as like Whistler Grand, Park Rivera. That is in the East Coast area. But not the very atas kind of East Coast area because it's nearer to the Ulu Pantang area, right? And they all actually make more money than Kenrich.
Yes.
Yeah, when they launched together, right?
So this really shows that actually being near expressway actually not the worst lah.
Not the worst lah.
Yeah, because why? You really get free marketing.
Sorry, Resurgam, is so much more visible. So visibility is very important over here, right? Everyone see and then they will go and remember. And then when people want to buy a condo, they will go and might be looking for yours lah. But Kenrich again cannot lah.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
case study here.
So this is our
Kenrich.
case study. So just now I think Aaron shared a bit. So we want to show you how the perspective look like. Because Kenrich Hill residence itself, right, actually 5-story high only. So it's until right here. So they are not so near the main road. That's number one. Second thing is that they are covered by the landed enclave. So you need to be in the know to know that there is a Kenrich Hill residence right there. Okay, Clavon, very easy to see. Because why? High floor in a very old HDB estate, so they look very outstanding. That's number one. Second thing is that it's right beside the AYE, so every day you'll drive past that. So even if you don't know what development it is, right, you will see it. So that is it. So we also want to look at around Queenstown area, because we are talking about visibility. Penrith is in Queenstown. So we talk about a bit like Queenstown area. So Margaret View, not very visible. Why is it so? Because to turn in to see Margaret View, if not from the main road itself, you cannot see
that. So not
Margaret
totally
View
as visible. But in this area, I think the most visible one in this location
Commonwealth Towers.
It's going to be Commonwealth Tower, of course, along the MRT track over here, right? And then we also have the Sterling Residence. I feel that Sterling Residence, right, actually it stands out a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, because why? Because surrounding are all the older HDB flats.
Yeah, the mailing HDB.
Yeah,
so
mailing HDB.
It's really like dated HDB.
Dated HDB, long corridors. You have the older HDB, and so right, you will be able to see Penrith. I feel. Yeah. So one of the highest transaction profitable, for example.
You mean you will be able to see Sterling
Residence. Yeah, Sterling Residences. It stands out more. But for example, I'll give you an example. One of the highest profitable new launch in Singapore, I would say, let's say use J-Scape as an example over here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So J-Scape, I would feel that it's very modernized. It's very 4 large dark tinted blocks, which is very modern, right? And surrounding it is actually old HDB.
Yeah.
Right. So can I say that when you drive there, you will definitely see J-Scape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You drive from Upper Thomson Road, you also can see. You drive from the other side of the J-Scape, you also can see.
That's right. So for Sterling, we'll have this advantage, because surrounding are all the older developments. Hence, they are the one that actually make the most profit over here.
At 1.19 million, which is a lot.
So for Commonwealth Towers, of course, we drive past many times. I would say that yes, it is visible, correct? But if you drive past the main road, can I say that you will be able to see it, but you may not feel comfortable because of the noise?
Yes.
You will worry about the noise, right? As well as let's say Resurgam, behind us we have Botania, right? And they are also shorter blocks, lower rise. Hence, it brings Resurgam out. Right.
Make it a bit more outstanding.
Correct.
Okay, I just realized this is wrong. So this is 500K. Okay, so this is where it is. Okay, let me do it. Okay, so this is 500K. Okay, so Margaret View, the highest profit is a 500K. Commonwealth Towers and Sterling Residences is very outstanding in that area itself. That's why you can see that actually highest profit is at $1 million and $1.19 million. Okay?
But where do actually Penrith stand? Yeah, if you will take this into comparison. Yeah, I feel that for Penrith will definitely fall about maybe in between Commonwealth Tower and Margaret View over here. Right. We're not saying that the Penrith project is not good, but in terms of the profitability, right, probably we have to manage, our expectation a little. Sterling is very different. The land is huge, hence very different. The entire vibe in the area is just different over here.
So why we think that Penrith will be in between Margaret View and Commonwealth Tower, right, is because first thing, it's not very visible because right in front of it are the HDBs.
Yep.
HDB same height as you, so you'll get blocked by HDB. Second thing is that in that area, all the developments, even HDB, also look very nice. So you won't be like spectacular. Yeah. So these are the reason why, but we also think that layout very important.
Layout, yes.
Yeah. So we'll be talking a bit about layout, because if you talk about Margaret View, the layout of the 4-bedroom, right? One of the bedroom can only put a single size bed. So layout wise, not the best. So if you are specifically looking for 4-bedroom, right, I wouldn't consider Margaret View because it's almost like a 3-bed plus study. But we'll take a look at the Penrith, how the layout stands out in this area.
Yep. So to summarize, how do we actually spot profitable projects? It's going to be this 4 checklist: land size, which we have covered, visibility, reputable developer. We have Guaco Land, we have Hong Leong, which provide the number 4 very good layout, which is seen in Lentor Central. So again, land size, is it really important? Yes, I think size is important.
You need to have a decent land size.
Yes, with a decent land size, it will make your development more visible. Right. But if there are very big land size and then it's not visible, then that is going to be an issue.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
We talk about Normanton, but just like you said that it's visible. Yes, I agree it's visible, but the issue is the traffic along the inner route of Normanton Park. Actually, it's very less traffic. But again, if you're in Commonwealth area, in the HDB area, there's potentially much more traffic because a lot of HDBs nearby. A lot of homeowners know that actually Penrith exists, actually Margaret View exists, right? So the best thing that you can do is to find something that is very visible yet in a very heavy traffic area, right?
So more people walking past the development, driving past the development actually really helps.
Correct. So for Penrith, I would say that it's not visible, alright? It's still going to be outstanding, and we are also being in the pretty heavy traffic area lah.
If you want to get a very good view, I think that's one of the better developments.
Yes, correct. So if you can find something that checks all of these 1, 2, 3, 4 over here, correct, it's going to be pretty safe when it comes to exit.
It's more than safe.
So in Penrith, land size is pretty decent, to summarize, right? Visibility is decent over here. The development, I feel that is good, right? And hence, with a good developer, it provides with a very good, very decent layout too. So I feel that Penrith is something that you can consider.
Okay. So now we go to the layout analysis, because we say that good layout actually really helps in the profitability of the development.
Layouts here are pretty straightforward, right? There isn't a lot of different layouts to begin with because we are high-rise, correct? So and every single layout, we probably have one or two stacks only.
Okay, so we start with the 2-bedroom analysis. Okay, so 2-bedroom, it starts with a 2-bed, 1-bath. Okay, so 2-bed, 1-bath, type 2A, 57 square meters, 614 square feet. Okay, where is the facing? You will be facing the Rainbow Center right here and also the inward facing right here. Okay, coming in here, this is where it's very good because usually we see the 2-bedroom, 1-bath, right? Only galley kitchen. Okay, this one is actually quite an L-shaped kitchen right here. You can put your dining table right here. Okay, so this is the living area. We have 1 bathroom only, okay, which is shared between the common and the master bedroom. Okay, so this, I would say this layout itself is a classic layout. It's a conventional layout. Okay, so all the bedrooms are tucked in one side. Okay, so we have 2 stacks in total, 76 units. Okay, so we talk about the price gap because you also want to see the nearby development like Sterling Residence. How much are they transacting at? So before we do that, right, we need to understand the price gap between a resale versus a new launch. Okay, so we use Lakeview and Lake Grande. Okay, so Lake Grande is actually a new launch, and previously when Lake Grande was launched, right, Lakeview was the resale lah. Okay, so we can actually see if you are talking about average PSF, average PSF for Lakeview, right, is about 1261 PSF, whereas average PSF for Lake Grande is 1409 PSF. So it's about 10+% difference as compared to a resale and new. So that's the norm that we are seeing. And we are talking all about before COVID period, because after COVID period, right, we realized that the new and resale, right, about the same price.
Why?
What about you? Share more.
I feel that because after COVID, people, number one, during COVID, people start to think that actually they need more space, right?
Oh yeah.
Correct. And then the supply became not sufficient.
There's a pent-up demand.
There's a pent-up demand. Hence, the government also ramp up the BTO supply, because at the point of time, the government only think of one thing, to ramp up the supply. Correct? And then soon, after COVID, people want to buy something, but they realize that they always gonna outbid by one another. Correct? Hence, the price keep moving upwards. Trend. Yeah, so that's what I see.
Yeah. So resale prices, usually I tell my clients, most of the time people always want to sell higher than their neighbors. So when there are a lot of transactions in the resale market, right, the prices will go up exponentially. Yeah. So when new launch come about, then the prices actually about the same. Yeah. Okay. So the other one that we look at, right, is Clementi area. We use Clement Canopy and also the Clavon to actually see the difference between a new launch and a resale. So from here we see actually resale average, right, is about 1007 PSF. And this resale is the Clement Canopy.
Clement Canopy.
Okay. For new launch average, right, at this point of time, right, is 1646 PSF. So we can see that actually resale and new launch, right,
10%.
It's almost like 10%
difference.
Yeah. So to be exact, it's about 9.2% higher for the new launch project. Yeah. So we average it out maybe about 10% lah. Okay. So when we look at the 2-bedroom, 2-bed, 1-bath, right, there's also 2-bed, 1-bath in Sterling itself. Okay, so the 2-bed, 1-bath in Sterling is 58 square meters, 624 square feet.
And for Penrith, we are a harmonized development.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Sterling is a non-harmonized development, which is why when we want to calculate how much Sterling is transacted at, the highest transaction for Sterling, right, if we make it harmonized.
Right. So for highest transacted in Sterling, they are not harmonized again, right?
Yes.
624 square feet. They already done at what price? This was done in 10 March, resale transaction. They already done at 624 square feet at 2,419 PSF at 1.5 million. And this is the harmonized development over here. So if you were to calculate and assume Sterling is going to be a harmonized development, the PSF is going to be 2603. Yes. But how do we derive 2603 over here? So the step one, we will take 624 square feet over here. We minus away the AC ledge, it's about 7% of the entire square area, the area is going to be 580.
Yes.
So the usable area for Sterling over here, exclude the AC ledge, is going to be 580 square feet.
Yes.
Over here. Hence, we use the highest transacted 1.51. We divided by the 580 usable area. Assume Sterling is harmonized, it's going to be 2,603.
Yeah.
PSF over here, right? And how do we actually use this 2603 to determine what is a safe entry price for Penrith? Right. So in resale, harmonized Sterling is going to be 2603. And plus 10%. Why 10%? Because earlier we calculate the new and the resale is about 10% difference. Correct. So by right, if Sterling were to be a new development or Penrith will be a new development, it will be about 2,800.
Which I think is a bit high.
Which will be on the higher side.
Yeah.
We will show you the three summarized numbers shortly.
So I think 2,863 is a bit high. So we don't want to use that as the PSF that we're looking at. So we will show you the numbers to see what is a safe entry price. Okay? So to determine what is a safe entry price for 2-bed, 1-bath Penrith, right, we will use the highest transacted PSF, which is 2,419. So you see, very safe. Is it safe that we are buying into a development which is newer at the same price that Sterling has already transacted at? It is, right? So very safe price is 2,419. Okay, so if you can buy anything that is within 2,419 or even lower, right, you are very safe. Okay, the second safety buffer, right, is 10% higher.
Which is 2,661?
Correct.
Yep.
So why we use 10% higher is that if, let's say, the resale and the new launch, right, the difference, right, should be about 10%. Correct. So assuming that we are buying Penrith at 10% higher, okay, being a new development, I think it's quite reasonable lah. Okay, which is why we say, okay, anything within 2,661, okay, it's actually very, very safe also.
But anything that's above the 20% mark, which is going to be about 2,903, I would say that I really wouldn't suggest lah. Yeah. But if in between 2,661 and 2,903, you can actually consider lah. But the profits will somehow be compromised.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
but in my opinion, the people in the area actually buy for the view lah.
Yeah.
Right, even for HDB lah, which means the higher level actually transit to maybe have a huge advantage over the lower levels.
Yeah,
right.
but I feel that if you are looking at the 2-bed 1-bath, right, you are mainly looking at rental yield. Yeah, so rental yield wise, then you need to be a bit more price sensitive. So to be a bit more price sensitive, maybe I wouldn't say that you definitely need to go for view. Maybe if you are looking at 3-bedroom and above, then maybe you can go for something that is very high so that you can see more unblocked.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So next will be the 2-bedroom premium. Okay.
678 square feet, I think is very a good size. We get a proper enclosed kitchen over here.
Yeah.
We have 2 stacks of it, and which means it's about total of about 60 units. I think the rest of the things are pretty much similar in most developments over here lah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So similarly, we also use Sterling 2-bed 2-bath to get a comparison of what is the safe price that we are looking into. Okay, so similarly, highest transacted in Sterling residence is 1.81 million. Okay, so assuming that if Sterling is harmonized, the PSF is about 2,881. Okay, so in order for us to calculate what is this harmonized, right, the first thing we do is we minus 7%. Okay, so that shows that if let's say Sterling is harmonized, okay, the square feet will be 631 square feet. Okay, using the highest transacted price right here, we divide by 631 square feet. Okay, we'll get 2,881 PSF will be the highest transacted price for Sterling residence 2-bed 2-bath. Okay, so to see whether the difference between new and resale, right? So it's 3,169.
Which I think
is very, very high.
Not the right price that we should be looking at.
Yeah. So we will actually be looking at 2,681 to be a very, very safe price. Because this is the highest transacted price in Sterling residence.
Correct. Yeah, but the 2-bed 1-bath and 2-bed 2-bath, actually the price difference in terms of the PSF is only about 200 each PSF lah. Right. So the original price, let's say without calculating the harmonization, is already at about 2,681 PSF. So at this price point over here, 2,681, I feel that it's going to be very safe. Yeah, even at 2,949, 2-bed 2-bath is still pretty safe over here lah. Yeah, but anything above, again, the 20% higher mark 3,002-ish, I feel that is going to be too high and it's not safe lah. Yeah, to enter. So you can see here that in terms of the profit, the difference in terms of the profit between the 2-bed 2-bath and 2-bed 1-bath is that you have a profit of about 362K and 480K lah. Yeah, but looking at the 2-bedroom here, the best I feel that it's still going to be the 2-bedroom premium, yeah, which is the 2-bed 2-bath.
So we use the profitability to see which one is more worth it buy lah. So we still think that 2-bed 2-bath actually is better.
Correct. So this 2-bed 2-bath, 678 square feet. Top pick. Okay, based on the profitability.
Okay.
So for Penrith, we have the 3-bedroom compact as well as the 3-bedroom premium. For compact, actually it means what? Without without utility room lah. It's very simple as that. Yeah. If we were to compare, our 2 different layouts of the 3-bedroom compacts over here, we have the 786 square feet as well as the 850 square feet, which is a pretty much standard 3-bedroom size.
Yeah.
Right.
The 786 square feet 3-bedroom in Penrith, right, is actually 2-bedroom in Sterling.
2 plus study.
Yeah, 2
plus study in Sterling.
Yeah, so 2 plus study, right? There's a 2 plus study, 786 in Sterling residence. So if you're actually looking at that, right,
might
you might want to consider
the Penrith 3-bedroom because you get a proper
you can add additional bedroom.
Additional bedroom.
Yeah.
The 2 plus study, you can also convert the study into a 3rd bedroom, but just that it's going to be a very, very small 3rd bedroom.
Maybe you can only put a single size bed, but if you see here, right, you can actually put a queen size bed inside the bedroom. Yeah, so really quite a more efficient use of space.
Yeah, for the 3-bedroom compact 786 versus 850, I feel that 860 is really pretty decent. Just that the only setback over here is that the kitchen over here seems to be slightly smaller lah. Yeah, but other than that, I feel that the 786 square feet here at Penrith will likely be the cheapest 3-bedroom in the whole area.
Yes.
especially with very proper bedrooms over here.
Yeah.
For example, we say 3 bedrooms at Queen's Peak. Have you seen Queen's Peak? They have actually quite a few different layouts for the 3 bedroom over there. Yeah, but the 3rd bedroom is really, really very small over here, and you can likely only place a single bed.
So it's like a 2 bedroom plus.
Yes, yeah, and that's the reason why, right? Just now we didn't want to compare Queen's Peak, and we can't really compare Margaret View as well, because again the common Margaret View and Commonwealth Tower, because why the layout is just not as good as what we have over here. Yes.
Okay, so maybe to share a bit more about the difference between the 3 bedroom 786 square feet and the 3 bedroom 850 square feet, right? Is the first thing is the entryway right here. The entryway for 786 square feet is more compact, so it's really very good use of space. Whereas for the 850 square feet, okay, when you come in here, right, you get a bit more privacy right here lah. Okay. The second thing is that the kitchen area. Okay. So for the kitchen area, right, for 786 square feet, it's tucked in. So it's tucked in right here. So whereas for the 850 square feet, you get glass panel right here, and then the kitchen is slightly bigger. So with that, right,
kitchen also comes with a glass, right?
Yes, here.
Over here. So
right
it actually brings in light to the kitchen.
Yes.
Right? Makes the whole dining area, living area, or even the kitchen area brighter also overall.
So here you can see 2 sets of cabinetry, whereas here you can only put a bit like a L-shaped cabinetry right here. So you can see that 850 square feet is slightly bigger. But I feel that if you're looking at 2 bed, 2 bath, right, because the sizes are quite, for the 3 bedroom is quite compact. Okay, you may want to top up a bit more to actually get a 3 bedroom. Why? Because this is a 40-story high development. So if you're looking at 2 bed, 2 bath, okay, high floor, you might actually get a low floor 3 bedroom.
So for example, during the booking day, 678 square feet, if you are looking for a 2-bedder only, and it's really sold up to mid-floor, high floor, then you may want to consider, like what you say, the lower floor 786 compact, because it's going to be possibly only about 50k difference kind, but you get a proper bedroom size. Yeah. Okay.
So similarly, we use sterling to see what is the safe entry price lah. Okay, so sterling 3 bedroom, 883 square feet. Okay, highest transacted price is already at $2.2 million. PSF is at 2,492 PSF. So step 1. We use 883 square feet minus 7%, so give us 821 square feet.
Usable space.
Yeah, so that's the livable space, usable space, right? And that's the harmonized size that we are looking at. So using the highest transacted price, we divide by 821 square feet. Okay, so they give us about 2,679 PSF. Okay, so we don't talk about this price that we are looking at because we feel that it's a bit too high. Okay, so if let's say we are talking about very safe price, right, it's already the highest transacted PSF in sterling. So that's a very safe price you're looking at, 2,492. Okay, 10% higher at 2,741, which is also very safe because that's the buffer between the new and the resale. Okay, anything above 2,960 is something that we don't consider already.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't suggest for you to go ahead with it.
Yeah. Okay, so now we go towards the 3 bedroom premium.
3 bedroom premium, we have 2 sizes, 936 square feet as well as the 1066 square feet. The difference, actually is what it comes with an additional storeroom. 66 square feet unit actually comes with a walk-in wardrobe area.
Yes.
Very nice. Designated walk-in wardrobe area. Alright. The 1066 square feet layout also comes with a wider living room.
Yeah.
Yes, and a larger kitchen as well, because the 936, the kitchen is smaller.
Slightly smaller.
Correct. But the 936 square feet is actually a very decent layout over here, because you have almost everything people would probably need for a 3 bedroom over here. Yeah, but my own personal take is that I feel that 936 is better. Why? Because we have a few kinds of buyers in this location over here. Yeah, we have upgraders. Just now we mentioned earlier, we have upgraders. And in this area, actually, a lot of the HDB flats are of what size?
4 room, 5
4
room.
room, 5 room. I feel that maybe
so much.
not so much. 3 room, 4 room,
Yeah,
5 room,
3.
yes. But can I say that the 4 room owners and maybe the 5 room owners from the HDB flat, when they upgrade, they will likely go for the 1066 square feet, right? But of course, the 5 room owner may also consider the 936 square feet over here. Why is it so? The 4 room owner will look at this 936. Or even the compact
Because
850.
1066 might be a bit out of
The
budget for them.
may be out of budget, correct. And most of the HDB in this area, like I say, is going to be 4 rooms. So I feel that this will be one of the more sought after during the booking period.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
In terms of resale wise also.
In terms of resale, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you're talking about if I'm a buyer who wants to buy on booking day, right? When I want to sell in the future, which is 4 years later, I want to earn some kind of profit. Okay, with that profit inbuilt inside the price, I think if they sell their 4 room flat around that area at about 1.1, 1.2, they will have enough down payment and a bit more buffer for if let's say they were to buy Penrith resale in the future. So similarly, we use Sterling 3-bedroom premium 980 square feet for comparison with the 936 square feet in Penrith. Okay, highest transacted in Sterling residence is already $2.5 million. Okay, the PSF is 2552. Okay, so similarly, we minus off the 7%, we get 911. This is the harmonized size for Sterling. Okay, highest transacted will be at 1,674 square feet. Okay, so to see whether what is the safe entry price, same thing, we will think that 2,552 is actually very safe because it's already a transacted PSF in
Accepted
Sterling.
price in the area.
Okay, so anything 10% higher, also quite safe, 2,807, because this is the buffer between the new and the resale. Okay, what is not safe is anything at 3,000 and above. Yeah, I think with 3,000 PSF and above, there are a lot more
choices you can choose.
projects to look at especially in this period of time, because this period of time there are a lot of launches coming up.
So for the 3-bedroom premium 1066 square feet, we are comparing with the Sterling 1055. Very much similar size, but again, this is non-harmonized over here. If you were to treat Sterling as a harmonized development, we are going to use 105 minus away the AC ledge is going to be 981 square feet of livable space, divided by the highest transacted price in Sterling residences. It's going to be 2,581 square PSF. Yeah, for the 1055 3-bedder over here. Yeah, so this is going to be the harmonized price for the Sterling. If you were to add on a 10% premium, based on the new and the resale, right, it's going to be 2,839 PSF. Yeah, which we feel that's going to be the not so safe ideal PSF to be looking at over here. Yeah, so again, if on booking day it comes out to be this kind of pricing over here, I feel that it's
or even
lower, then you should really consider, and hopefully you get a good ballot number. I think again, imagine you having a good ballot number, but then you go into the thinking box, or during booking day you suddenly think, hey, you don't know what to choose. Yeah, correct. Then that may be an issue because you don't want to, for that to happen, then you choose the wrong unit over here.
Yeah.
So if you have any queries, if you think our analysis helps you, please reach out to us. We will help you to analyze which stack, which facing to get, so that you avoid, number one, avoid overpaying, avoid choosing the wrong stack.
Yeah. Okay? So I think this is very important for Penrith, because Penrith is a 40-story high development. So if let's say a smaller 3-bedroom and a bigger 3-bedroom, right, the price difference might be quite similar if you are looking at maybe a 850 3-bedroom, or if we use this comparison, a 936 and 1066. So 936 high floor 3-bedroom, okay, and 1066 low floor 3-bedroom, the price might be very, very similar. Yeah, so you don't want to lose that opportunity. Yeah, so you need someone who has eager eyes to see where the opportunity lies for you, especially on booking day, because why? We can only see the prices on booking day itself. Yeah. So this is very crucial. Okay. So our top pick for 3-bedroom okay, is actually 786 square feet. Why is it so? Because if you're looking at the 2-bedroom, 2 bed, 2 bath, 678 square feet, okay, high floor, you could actually get a low floor 3-bedroom, because we think that the price will be quite similar. So I would say 786 square feet. If you are looking at 2-bedroom, you could actually consider this 786 square
or
feet.
if you are looking into a resale sterling 2+ study, then definitely you can consider this 3-bedroom 786 square feet over here. We talk about the highest profitability in this area. I think the ROI for the 3-bedroom over here is pretty hard for us, to say which is better, because why? We realize they are all very comparable over here. Yeah, because there are 3-room, 4-room, 5-room HDB owners in the area. There are a lot in this area, MOB customer, correct? And all of them are actually targeting different types of 3-bedrooms in this vicinity, or rather in this development, right? But one good thing about Penrith is that this development actually created a 786 square feet, which is a 2+ study in sterling. That is to target most of the 3-room owners in the vicinity, because why? Most of them will also hit the 1 mil mark soon, right? Hence, I feel that 786
they have enough down payment for at least like
enough,
the 786.
Correct. So the profitability wise for 3-bedroom, actually all of them are about the same.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because they have their own specific of target audience, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Our top pick for 3-bedrooms will be the 936. Yeah, why is it so, Li Fang?
Because for 936 square feet, right, just now like we said, if let's say people who are selling their Dawson houses, 4-bedroom, 4-room flat and 5-room flat, for the 1068 square feet, it targets more for the 5-room flat, because the 4-room flat upgraders might have a budget issue for that. This gives a lot more opportunity for people who are buying into 936 square feet, because it opens up to more people in terms of the budget. So next time in resale market wise, it's easier to sell. Okay, for 1068 square feet might take a while because of the budget constraint. Okay, so you are really looking at like maybe the condo. Maybe they want to move from one condo to the next condo. Then they will be looking at maybe this, or those like 5-room flat loft units.
I think most of the 5-room flat upgraders will consider this layout 1068, because they are the one maybe making the most profit, among the entire HDB cluster. Yeah.
Whereas a 4-room flat one, they might need to fork out a bit more in terms of cash. So based on the buyer pool in the future, we actually consider 936 as our top pick for the 3-bedroom.
So lastly, we actually have the 4-bedroom analysis over here, and 4-bedroom actually have 2 layouts, which is the 1173 square feet as well as the 1281 square feet. But the key difference over here is that the 4-bedroom 1281 square feet actually is the one with the landscape living over here. Whereas for the 1173 square feet, they usually we actually have short of 1 bathroom. Right? It's like the 4-bedroom compact. Right. So usually in current new launch, I think the difference between a wide frontage, layout, is that of course we have a very wide frontage as well as we have an extra bathroom. The difference in price can actually be $500,000.
Yes.
In terms of the size.
Yeah.
Because the size is already about, most of the time it's about 200 square feet different. Yeah, for a compact 4-bedder and a 4-bedder premium, we call it, right? The difference is about 200 square feet. But over here at Penrith, right, is that the difference is only about 108 square feet over here. Yeah, but if you were to multiply 108 square feet, multiply by the PSF for about 2,600, you are actually only about 280K difference.
Yeah, you pay 280K difference. More for first, a wider frontage, which makes it a bit more grand. Second thing, junior master.
Junior master, which is very important. Yeah. So for example, we take Hong Leong's development, let's say Lentor Central, to do a comparison. It's also by Hong Leong, right? Lentor Central. So for the 4-bedroom is 1184 square feet for Lentor Central, 4-bedroom compact. Their larger 4-bedroom is actually about 1399 square feet. Yeah, so which is almost about 200 square feet larger, right? Yeah, and the price is already about 420,000 difference
Wow.
for a compact and a larger 4-bedder. So imagine this at Penrith, the difference is actually almost about 500k lower. Yeah, so if I were to be in a biased situation, I would suggest to upgrade to the 1281 whenever possible. Because why? The difference is only about 280,000 difference for all the things you can get in a 4-bedroom in this 1281. Yeah, which is very ideal really.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So after explaining so much, right, you will know what our top pick for 4-bedroom is the 1281 square feet. Yeah, because I think this is the only layout that has very wide frontage.
Only layout, and there's the only one stack.
Yeah.
So in future in the resale market, there won't be a lot of supply. So when the supply is lower than the demand, I will say that this specifically stack, you'll be able to command a premium when it comes to the resale market, right? Because in the current market, we have Commonwealth Tower, we have Margaret View. They also don't have many supply as well. Yeah. So I feel that if you can go for this,
stretch your budget a little bit more. Yeah, to go in for the 1281 square feet.
Correct.
If can buy, because it's unblocked facing, maybe you get a better view.
Yes. Actually, if you realize the new developments like Springleaf Residences, the unblocked facings are also facing the reservoir side. They are also the larger units, right? And they are the ones that actually go off first. Because when people buy for own stay, they want something with a view that will not change.
Yes.
Yeah. Hence, the 5-bedder, 4-bedder actually go off first.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Springleaf. Yeah, so likewise, I feel that at Penrith, I feel that people will be going for this if the queue number is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to sum it all up, okay, today we emphasize a lot about how to spot profitable project. So first thing first, we don't only look at the land size. Okay, land size definitely need to be a decent land size, but visibility is also very important. Okay, third thing will be a reputable developer. Okay, reputable developer will means that there will be a better build. Okay, build quality will be slightly better. And last thing is good layout, because everybody in the resale market, right, when they actually physically go into the unit itself to see the unit, they will want to have a very decent size layout, very efficient layout, and they don't want to be compromised in that sense.
So don't be enticed by very good PSF. Sometimes very good PSF may not mean that when it comes to exit, you can make the most money. Of course, when the entry price is attractive, maybe because of your budget, you want to go for that. Yes, I think it's a good idea to put your money into properties, but don't anyhow go into it because you may waste 4 years of your time due to the 4 years.
Need to be a bit prudent.
Yes, correct. So if there's a development that can again fulfill these 4 qualities over here, it will be very perfect for you. Because when it comes to exit, I'm sure it will be easier for you to exit in future. Lastly, right, I think this is the end of our project analysis over here. We have actually shown you what is a safe entry price. We have also shown you what is the layout that we prefer. The most important thing over here is what? It's actually when
you get a very good queue number, then during booking day itself, you don't know what to choose. Correct. Because there are so many units available. For example, you are first 10. Yeah. So many units available for you to choose from. You might be confused.
Worst thing is to choose the wrong unit over here. So most importantly, you must know the why you are getting this layout. Why are you getting into this development over here? Because if you can understand the reasons for it, why for this, then I feel that when it comes to exit, it's not a problem over here. So one of the main thing today, as we cover, is definitely how to spot profitable. But again, if you are looking for other developments that is launching in this period, we have Sky already launched already. Have you seen the crowd? It's quite amazing. Sky, and then next we will be Penrith already. Then we have Zion Grand, we have Faber, we have Sand coming up. So if you don't know which development to choose, which layout to choose, please feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be happy to share with you more.
Okay. So to talk a bit about the Penrith preview dates, Penrith review date will be on the 3rd of October to 15th of October. The estimated booking date will be on the 18th of October. Okay, so reach out to us if you want to take a look at Penrith or other projects.
Forget to add, there's also priority purchase. For Penrith, right? Back in Springleaf, they also have this. Correct. But the priority purchase, of course, is going to be owners of Hong Leong developments. Back then, they can use, as long as tenant also can, right?
But now cannot.
But now cannot, right? Because many people go and draft a fake tenancy agreement. So they go around the book. So let's not do that. Okay. So please feel free to reach out to us and we'll be happy to share with you more. Okay?
Yeah, if you like our project analysis video, please like and subscribe, and it will be very helpful to us and it will motivate us to do more project analysis video.
Yep. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.